What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Will Powers, in the building. And I'm back with another live stream. You feel me? The weekly live stream. And I'm out here in the Marin Headlands. Fucking gorgeous out here. You feel me? You guys got to get out in nature if you don't do that. Because, man, shit just clears your mind, realigns your spirit, your mind and soul, your body. You feel me? Anyways. So yeah, hopefully, I don't know, like it probably doesn't look nearly as, it does not do it justice at all through this phone. But it's gorgeous out here, man. Sunset, you feel me? Anyways, so basically, I'm gonna keep it really short tonight, but the topic for this week's live stream is how to know when you're doing good game versus bad game. So, really, this comes down to a few different aspects. So one aspect is how the girl is responding to you, of course. So let's say you go up, you approach the girl, and she lights up and she's really engaging with you in the conversation. Obviously, that probably means you're doing some good game. Although not necessarily, right? Because sometimes a girl is just going to shit test you to see if you really care about what she thinks, if you're approval seeking, if you're grounded in your own self, your own confidence, your own knowing of your own worth and value, without her responding well for you to feel good about continuing their interaction. So sometimes just even a girl's response initially is a shit test. So it doesn't necessarily mean you're doing bad game, but how you would know you're doing bad game is a little bit into the interaction, whether that changes, whether there's a shift in the girl's response to you, whether she starts laughing or opening up, or you see a change in her body language or her eye contact, where her feet are pointed, and just in general, the vibe and the energy that she's giving you, right? If she's actually making eye contact versus looking around or breaking it, and so forth. So that's one aspect, is how is the girl responding to you, and not just in the beginning of the approach, but as it continues, right? Like, is she moving towards you more? Is she investing in the conversation? And that kind of leads to the next aspect, which is who is contributing more to the conversation. So if you're doing really good game, then the girl is going to be investing more into the conversation than you are. She's going to be asking you questions. She's going to be curious about you. She's probably maybe even going to be touching you. She might not touch you, but that could be an indicator that things are going well. And she'll also, her body language will be very much so the one that's investing more, which is why it's important for you to pay attention to your body language in relationship to the girls. And that's how you know if it's good game or bad game, is like, how is she responding with her body language, and how is she, again, just who is contributing more, who is chasing, who is the one that's pursuing, and who is the one that's chasing. And that's a really key thing to pay attention to, because you can calibrate in any moment if you feel like the girl is the one that you're pursuing, or that you're chasing, or you feel like she's pulling back. Then you need to immediately flip that script and be the one to pull back and calibrate, create space for her to come to you, right? So that's another way that you can know whether you're doing good game or bad game, is if it's about basically kind of the balance of push and pull. Because a lot of guys, what they'll do is they'll do way too much pull or way too much push. And how you know that you're in that sweet spot is if the girl is the one who continuously seems to be chasing you, seems to be wanting to know more about you, because you're pulling just enough to keep her interested, in the sense that you are into her, like she feels that your desire for her, but then you're also pushing enough to make her feel like she's not totally sure, if she's won you over, and that she still has to kind of continue to win you over and work for your desire, and you've created space for her to come to you. And I think that's where a lot of shit in game gets fucked up, because guys think that they have to always kind of be the one escalating and pushing things forward. And you absolutely have to escalate, you absolutely have to lead, but it's about how you do that. So good game versus bad game, how to know that is, how is the girl responding to your escalation and when you are going to lead. So again, the two main aspects are, how is the girl responding, her body language, her eye contact, and so forth, and who is investing more, who is the one that's chasing who is the one that has the frame, who is the one that has more value, and so forth, right? And so that's why, a lot of times if guys, like, you'll see, if you go out either at night game or even if you watch guys in day game, a lot of times they're doing things that like may appear to be good game, but it's actually really bad game, because essentially they're not creating enough space for the girl to come to them. They're giving the girl everything way too quickly and taking away any of the mystery, and basically, giving the idea to the girl that she's already 100% got him, right? Like, he's for sure, she knows she can have him. And then at that point, she might just like toy with him and like be entertained, but she's not going to actually be that responsive when he leads things forward, because of the fact that he didn't create that space for her to invest more, right? For her to want to get to know him and win him over. So that's pretty much it. One final aspect again about that dynamic around the investment is, who is actually working harder. So if you feel like you're working harder, even if you think you're doing good game, and a lot of guys sometimes it'll look like they're doing good game, they're working a lot harder than the girl, and that's not good game, because essentially they're putting more effort into the interaction, and it should be the opposite way. So knowing that, moving forward, what I want you guys to do is pay attention very, very nuanced, on a very nuanced level, and be attuned to your interactions with the girls, and notice what is happening in that regard. Who is working harder? Who is putting more effort? Who is chasing who? Who is creating the space? Who is moving towards? Who is pulling away? And how is the girl responding when you do escalate, when you do lead, right? Because she should be super down when you escalate and lead, once you're doing good game. But if not, that's when you're going to get the resistance. You're going to get the last minute LMR, whatever, last minute resistance. But you're also going to get basic resistance, in the sense that she still feels like she has the frame, and you're putting more effort, and she feels like she's the one deciding, because she already knows she can have you. So there you have it. How to know when you're doing good game versus bad game. And I just right now, basically winged that shit, because I didn't necessarily think too much about what I was going to do for this live stream. But hopefully you guys got a lot of value out of that, because there was definitely a lot of value in there for sure. And if you apply that shit, if you really, really apply that to your interactions, you're going to see a huge difference in your results. All right. So with that, Will Powers signing off. Peace. Oh, wait, actually, I forgot. I'm also about to I just dropped a new video on my YouTube channel. 3 openers that work. Or I think it's called How to Approach Any Girl with Confidence. 3 openers that work. Check that out. I'll drop a link below in this live stream, actually, in the comments. So check that out. Because there's definitely some really good value in there. There's a lot of stuff for beginners, but also I talk about why it works and break down these openers in a way that even intermediate to advanced guys are going to definitely derive value out of this video. And the 3rd opener that I talk about in the video is a fucking jewel, a gem, super original. You guys have not heard about this shit before, I guarantee it. And it works really well with girls in coffee shops, and it's really fucking unique. So check that video out. I'll link it below in the comments. And yeah, that's it for now. All right, y'all. For real, I am signing off this time. Will Powers out. Peace. What up, Jonathan? All right. Peace.